Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at calculating the arc length in a circle. And we're going to use radians to do that. Now we know what radians are. So let's look at our circle here. You probably already know the black lines there are the radius of the circle. So the arc is what happens when you cut out like a piece of pie, a slice from the circle, and this length along the circumference of what we cut out, that is called the arc. So the arc is part of the circumference. So when we cut out a slice like this, we've sort of got two arcs. So this red one I'm going to call the minor arc because it's shorter, and of course we also have this arc here in green, and that's called the major arc because it's larger. Now we've learned how to calculate arcs before. So let's say we have an angle here in the middle. We need to know that angle to calculate the length of the arc, and let's let it be in degrees for now. So if r is the radius, what we do is we calculate the length of the whole circumference and then times by whatever fraction of the circle we have. So the formula for arc length, which I'll just call L, so that was just pi over 360 times 2 pi r. So 2 pi r is the whole circumference. This tells us what fraction of the circle that we have. So this is when theta is in degrees. But what if theta wasn't in degrees? What if it was in radians? So if it was in radians, we're going to follow the same process. We're going to take our angle, but instead of 360, a full circle isn't 360 radians, it's 2 pi radians. So it would be the angle in radians over 2 pi. That tells you what fraction of a circle we have, and then we times that by 2 pi r. So, of course, we can now cancel out the 2 pi's, and what you're left with is r, radius, times theta, where theta is in radians. So you can see that the formula is much simpler if this angle is in radians. If this angle is in radians, all we need to do is times it by the radius, and that gives us the length here of the minor arc. Of course, if we wanted to find the major arc, we could just subtract that from the circumference of the circle. All right, let's calculate the length of this arc here, which I've called S. So it's subtended by an angle of pi over 3 radians, which is 60 degrees, and the radius is 3. So to find S is very simple. It will just be radius 3 times by pi over 3, because that's the angle in radians, and that will just give us an answer of pi. So the length of S will be pi, which is about 3.14159 and so on centimeters. How easy is that? All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.